Hello everyone, my name is Dee and welcome to Books and Quirks. Today is Friday, so it's time for another Friday Reads, and I'm still carrying over a couple of things from last week. But such is life, right? So the first thing that I'm just going to throw out there is that I'm still in the middle of the Assassin's Quest. Oh my god, I needed a minute to think about that. Um, I'm really loving it. I know that I'm reading it a little bit slower than I read the second book, but I'm still really loving it. I only have about 100 pages left, so I'm definitely going to be finishing it this week. And yeah, things are getting real in that book. And yeah, I just hope it ends well for Fitz. I just want good things for him, and he hasn't had many good things. But yeah, if you've read the books, then you know what I'm talking about. I will go on to the Live Ship trilogy, which I think is the next one. I have to look it up. But I think I'm going to wait until January to continue on with those. But yeah, so I'm still reading the Assassin's Quest, but I'm almost done. So yay for that. So the next three books, I'm actually doing three buddy reads this week. And it actually started last Sunday, and we have a few more days to go in the reading, but I am reading the next two books with Cheryl at Sierra Flames Fan and Candace of Beacon Hill Books, and we're having a blast. So the first one that we're reading is Pachinko by Min-Jin Lee. This book is about a Korean family. It's basically a family saga that takes place over starting from 1911 to 1989. So it follows this one family through that time period. It starts off in Korea in 1911, during the time that, Japan had taken over Korea, and the family eventually goes to Japan, and they're there during, all those tumultuous times during the war and everything. I really love this book. I love this family saga. Family sagas are, hit or miss for me sometimes, but this one I absolutely adore. The main character is Sunja, and when you start out the book, she's just a child, and you follow her throughout her life and all of the hardships. And even in Japan, I'm learning so much about, you know, Japan and Korea through this book. Things that I had no idea. Japan, basically, Koreans were kind of like second-class citizens in Japan, and they were uh, really put down upon, and they faced a lot of hardships, and it was just a really tough life for them. And then, of course, with the war, a lot of things were decimated. But yes, it's just a fabulous book, and we are currently halfway through it, page 251. So yes, I'm really loving this book, and I'm loving reading it with those two ladies. It's just so much fun. The next book that we're reading together at the same time is In the Woods by Tana French. So this is a little bit of a different book, which keeps it nice, keeping all of these buddy reads um, in my head and not mixing up, because this is actually a mystery, or a cozy mystery, as some people call it. This follows a man named Rob, and when Rob was a child, he he was playing with two of his friends when he was 12 years old in the woods behind the houses, and two of the boys disappeared, and Rob was the only one left, and he has no memory of what happened in the woods. Skip ahead 20 years or what have you till he's an adult, and he is now a detective, and he is investigating the murder of a little girl who seemingly has connections to what happened to him as a child, or the clues, are similar to what happened to him. So it's kind of, unraveling this mystery. You're only getting things in pieces, and kind of trying to figure out how it all fits together. First of all, who killed the little girl? What happened to those boys that disappeared in 1984? And who, and also dealing with Rob's mental anguish of what happened to him and not being able to remember. So I'm really loving this book. It's quite a different book from Pachinko, but I'm really eager to read more and to see how this story unravels. Because like I said, with these types of books, you only get little pieces of information at a time, which can be frustrating, but I'm still really enjoying it. And it helps to really have two people, you know, to talk about it with, and just, two great people to talk about it with. So yes, I will be reading this one and continue on this week. All these books will be done by next Friday. They're only about 9 to 10 day reads. So yes. And the third buddy read that I'm doing this week is just with Candace of Beacon Hill Books. We buddy read the 5th season earlier this month in September, and we really loved it, and the way it ended, we just really wanted to go on and read the second book together. It's a trilogy, so we finally got it. Our library books came in at the same time, so we're reading The Obelisk Gate, which is by N.K. Jemisin, which is the second book in the 5th season trilogy. I'm not sure. The Broken Earth trilogy. um But yeah, it continues on from where the first book left off. I really don't want to give a summary because I will spoil it if you haven't read the first book. But I did an entire review of the 5th season, which I'll link below if you wanted to know what the first book is about and you wanted to give that a try. It's just a fabulous series, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's a fabulous series. It's, high fantasy, but I don't think it's hard to follow, although there are, I shouldn't say that because there are some parts that are confusing a little bit, but I really enjoy it, and I really enjoy reading these books with Candace. So yes, so we will be continuing on with the Obelisk Gate. We'll also be done in the next few days. So that is all I have for you. That is my quick Friday reads. I'm just going to concentrate on those 4 books this week because I want to make sure, with the buddy reads, I want to make sure that I'm keeping up with that and finishing those when we're supposed to. And also the Assassin's Quest. I really want to finish it since I only have 100 pages left. So yes. And I hope you all have a lovely weekend. Here in New Jersey, it's finally, we had a little bit of a heat wave for like a week, or no, like 2 weeks actually, where it like shot up to the 80s again. It was crazy. And now it's back to the 70s, and at night, of course, it gets really cold, like the 50s, which I love. It's perfect weather, and you could sit down with a nice cup of tea or a cup of hot chocolate, and it's just perfect reading weather, in my opinion. So I'm just really excited that it finally broke and we're going to have just cool days going forward. So I hope you all have a lovely weekend. I hope you have good plans, and I can't wait to see all of your videos of what you're reading. Or you could put it in the comments below. I love to know and love to get ideas of what everyone else is doing. And I will see you all next time. Bye.